Do you date other comedians?
No. That
Never. Why?
Dude, I fucked in comedy twice. I got banned from a club once. Like, why would I ever go back to that well? Like, it's honestly, it's one of those things. You don't shit where you eat, right? Like we've talked about that before. It's hard because it's one of those things. Like, you do have so much in common with other comedians, right? While we're out chasing this dream, those bitches are psycho. Like, I feel the same way about dating a comedian as I would dating another Marine. Like, no, you can fuck every once in a while if you find a cool one, but like, no.
Okay, but here's the flip side to that. Like, what's the thing you need in a relationship more than anything else?
Pussy.
What's the thing you need in a relationship second more?
Getting my dick sucked.
I'm gonna skip the anal fifth. What's the thing you need in a relationship fourth most? One sweet overall.
Oh, compatibility or something like that shit, right?
Understanding.
Yeah.
You need somebody. This is a very. I think we take it for granted because we're in it. This is a very hard lifestyle to sign up for and understand this thing that we do.
Mm-hmm.
And finding someone capable, that understanding comes inherent with another comedian. Will doesn't have to explain to Hannah why he's in Maryland making $300.
No, he still has to explain it.
Not really.
No, I get what you're saying.
Him saying I have a gig resonates to a female comedian in a way it doesn't to a female person. But you're right. We're literally getting the most damaged fruit on a stand. Like, you're picking up the bruised peach intentionally because comedy requires damage, and you know that. But it's the catch-22. It's like you have this person that you're gonna spend a lot of time with, who hopefully, if they're a woman in comedy, are funny.
So I think for the only way I would be able to do it is I'd have to fuck up, right? I can't put dog shit on a lineup just because I'm in love with her, right? Like that would
If
be.
it was a comedy court, I would have been hauled before it multiple times for putting shitty female open micers on shows that I was doing. It said they would have sex with me. Like,
No,
I've never like coerced anybody, but I've dated people and been like, hey, can you give her 5 minutes because she touches it sometimes.
But you've seen so many horrors.
Ask Raymond Ordo to like search the Padre Island. I'm sorry.
What? Listen, you don't take sand to the beach, dog. Like, fuck. Why are you taking some open mic chick that sucks your dick to fucking Padre?
Because historically, things don't go great for me on that island. It's never. I have a bad luck trend on that island, bro. I've gone to jail there. Like, it could be raining pussy on Padre Island and I'd get knocked out by a dick, bro. It's just. Sometimes she would rather take some drinkable water to Mexico.
I've done it a couple times. Like, I was fucking with a comic out in the Bay Area, and she was also a coke dealer. And I realized she was just using me to be muscle after like a couple weeks. I was like, oh wait, she's just feeding me beer and pussy and using me to be the strong silent guy in the bar while she sells coke.
I think you pretty much figured out our friendship. If you add driving in here and substitute fucking.
I was fucked up driving too, and I'm not realizing it was like, oh, we got a fuck ton of actual coke on us.
It's like accidentally like pimp a woman, and it was just drug dealing instead of like finding out the person you're with is like, hey, I fuck other guys by the hour.
No dating. When's the last time you
Like,
fucked around with comic?
it's been. All right, I'm gonna just say this, and I'll take all the heat for it. I've never fucked a comic. I've fucked around with a couple of open micers, but I've never fucked around with anybody who's actually done what I would call coherent comedy.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm just running that through their head to make sure that's actually true. I might have heard somebody. No, I've never fucked anybody actually funny. I think that would probably change the dynamic. But every time I fucked an open micer, it's gone so spectacularly bad.
Yeah.
It's never been worth it. I've always regretted it tremendously. And I know I'm super vulnerable to doing that again.
So that would be the question then. Why would you do it again? Like, Is like you don't want kids, you don't want to get married, right? Like you don't want that. So like, what would the point be?
I'm not opposed to getting married.
Okay.
I would like to be with someone. I'm opposed to some of the legalities of marriage and the separation thereof and the financial impacts thereof.
Okay.
But it's not like I'm determined to be a solo act forever. I assume you have to gamble on the marriage eventually or they get tired of the cohabitation thing. But for me, it's like, as a person that spent my entire life feeling like nobody understands me, when I find somebody that gets it, it's really hard for me to discard that.
Yeah.
And damaged people get me there.
I get that. I think another reason, like comedy's my thing, right? Like I want somebody else. Like if I'm going to have a wife or whatever one day, I don't want them touching my shit.
That part, I hated that part. I couldn't, oof. I hate it when a comedy couple becomes a collective unit and you can't book one without the other. They don't stand on their own. I hate, because when you see one, you know the other's going to be on the show. Like, if I was going to be in a comedy couple, it has to be one where somebody has as much legs as me, I think. Because, like, the benchmark for me is Kenji and Corliss.
Yeah.
Kenji and Corliss do separate shows, or they do together shows. It doesn't matter. They're still both. Either one you get is good, and you don't have to book one to book the other. So it's like...
Right. But they're kind of the exception that proves the rule almost.
They really are.
It's
You see certain people in certain lineups, and you know how they got there. And it's like, you would never do this normally.
yeah.
It's just you're doing this to be nice to someone you're dating. And that's not fair to audiences if you're booking that way.
How so? I mean, if they're funny, right? Like,
But if they're funny, it wouldn't be a conversation. They'd be like Kenji and Corliss. But we're talking about the ones who are a unit because they can't survive independently. They latch like a koala to the more talented comic to work their way on the lineups they shouldn't be on. You know, it's not like I don't want to like...
what's another industry where you've seen that? Like,
I think it happens in entertainment, but normally like women using accomplished men to open doors for them is more... Normally it's just access to the money and the lifestyle. It's not like women date NFL players like, hey, let me go run off tackle. It's not really possible in other industries. Like, the only time it happened in music was Yoko. Like, hey, let me scream shrilly on the background of your Chuck Berry track. And John Lennon had to be like, yeah, you're great at sucking dick. Go
honestly, she was ahead of her time, dude. I think she crashed. Did she started screamo, bro? It was...
We're just gonna, next road trip, we're just gonna put on Yoko Ono tracks until one of us asks for it. So see a lot.
Hey, last time we came back from Louisiana, we listened to the entire Will Smith album.
Whatever, it's true. Why do both of us know all of the words to getting jiggy with it? Like that shouldn't have happened. I don't know, man. Like, if you look at the ideal comic relationships and you think, man, that would be cool if it could work out for me. But I think, truthfully, I would want to find someone that would be helpful in the other parts of my career, because you being good on stage doesn't actually help me.
No, but if
You being married, if your marketing would help me.
Yeah.
You being a good manager would help me. Like, Jerry Wayne did it right and married someone who's Rachel's an amazing manager. Like, helps his career tremendously. Like, let me fuck somebody who's good at making flyers, start. Like, that would be useful. You having a hot tent? Not useful to me. Like, it could...
it degrades over time.
It does. It doesn't... There's no... I mean, I'm not against it per se, but like, I'm all in on this thing, and I really want somebody that's gonna help this thing, not split this thing.
Yeah. And I think, like, with me, I have an affinity for crazy. I'm crazy. Like,
Yeah, you gotta know that. I can't... There's not gonna be like...
but comics are in general too. Like, you're going to end up in weird, like, it's been that way my whole, like, when I was in the Marine Corps, dude, I dated this chick, and she was a stripper out of DC. She taught me what twerking was. Twerking wasn't even a word yet. I just called it the bouncy thing. You know what I mean? Like, it was awesome. Great chick.
She did the bouncy thing and showed me her little lean thing. It was a hell of a strip club.
Bro, the first night I met her, we used to do a thing. It was called No Sober Saturday, and so we'd work the bar on Friday night, and then we would just drink not go to bed, drink all the way through Saturday, go out Saturday night, and come home, pass out. Well, I brought her home from the bar on Friday night to start No Sober Saturday, and at 9 a.m. she's sucking my dick on the balcony in front of like 12 Marines, like that. Crazy, awesome, what a wonderful lady. But
It's the tomb of the unknown boner.
that's when the that's when the fight.
12 Marines standing guard at that strip. All the the strip man gets blown away.
She was two-handed it just going. This was when I was in shape, but she's like, I need a drink, right? And I had an open bush light, and I just started pouring it down my chest, and it was going down my abs like the luge in the Olympics, you know. And it hit my dick like that long ski jump, dude. It just splashed her right in the face. It was awesome. My buddy Casper came up from his room, and he's like, hey, nice to meet you. And she didn't have, like, her hands and mouth were full, so she just threw up a tit, like, for him to tell.
The fact that you could accurately pour beer down yourself is the most underrated skill.
Oh, this is why I shaved my chest and everything, dude. I had the abs.
Oh my god. Well, did you see Will's body shot? Well, Will is terrified in Maryland right now. He sent me a text, and I don't want to I don't want to pull up my phone if I'm misquoting him. He said something. I saw a lady do a body shot, but it wasn't through the titties. He poured it through the butthole.
What?
Yeah, apparently his little crack body shot. Like the fucking brownest of liquors, bro. That's some. Baltimore is a different animal.
Everybody I've ever known from Baltimore OD'd on heroin.
Nobody I've ever known from Baltimore ever said The Wire was wrong.
Yeah.
It's just the school. Sometimes you step on empties on your way to the bus, man. That's just the school system.
It is what it is, dude.
Certain wires don't break.
Sometimes you just go wave into the fire, and that's where I was going with the story. So that chick, right? The next week is when the bad fire starts. And what we do?
Are there good fires?
Well, some. That's what I should say. Yeah, the ones that was close. Not because we would we called it the party patio, but it overlooked the flight line at Miramar, and we could see them. The hills burned in the distance. And she's like, oh shit, Miramar. And we got a week later. She's like, oh, hill's burning in the distance. We got to go in, and it's like, oh shit, it's like a week later. She's like, oh shit, we got to go. I get to go and save my rabbit. Like I live over there, blah, blah, blah. It's like, all right, dude, I get to go do some marine shit. I get to wade in the fires and go save this rabbit. You know what I mean? So we get there. I had the
animal or vibrator. I'm saying, which kind of rabbit? That's all I'm saying. Because
it was animal kind, but I didn't realize it was a stuffed rabbit.
You're fucking saying.
I waded into the wildfires. The same thing, stuffed fucking bunny, dog. Like,
how fucking pissed were you when you realized?
Bro.
Were you out of the fire when you realized?
No, I ran into the fucking house to save the goddamn rabbit, bro.
I wish a news camera had just caught you coming out of a burning building with a stuffed bunny under your arm. Like, this is why we sent them through boot camp. This is why we have Padre Island right here.
I was going to do hero shit for a fake fucking stuffed rabbit.
Holy shit.
Still got the bouncy thing, so all worth it.
Man. Would you run into burning building for? I know myself.
I check that box.
I want to say no, but I know myself. It depends on how hot she was.
Yeah.
There's a few chicks that have ran into a burning building if you told me it was a rabbit before.
Oh, she was so hot, dude.
She is cursing myself for being weak the whole time. Like, you stupid motherfucker.
She had 4 belly button rings, dog. That's how. You know what I'm talking about?
That's a Claire's. That's just a display booth at a Claire's. That's what
4 belly button rings and a Bon Jovi tattoo, bro. Like,
That's one of those girls where you're like, I didn't even know they pierce clits at Hot Topic. Like, that's... You got that done in the Willowbrook Mall?
It was
In the kiosk? That's... So what was the tramp stamp tattoo?
No, shoulder blade tattoo. Bon Jovi. No, I don't think there was a tramp stamp.
No butterfly titties?
No, gray tits though.
Great. Oh, it is always a centerpiece.
I think there is now.
There's a work in progress here. You don't go full just all at once.
No.
I will, since we're talking about pieces and shit, like, how do you feel when people get, like, how do you feel about tattoo numbing cream, and how do you feel about anesthetic when people get
Oh, it's so fucking weak. Dude, these people going under to, well, I'm getting tattooed for 7 hours by 6 people. I hate it. Like, part of a tattoo is you got to sit in a, like, I started getting tattooed in the barracks, dude. Like, my buddy Cooter was getting out of the Marine Corps to become a tattoo artist. So I just let him draw on me.
So here's my question, because I agree with you wholeheartedly. Dak Prescott's a pussy for getting put out to get a leg sleeve. I don't care, like, you didn't earn it, all of that shit. Feel the same way about numbing cream. Either take it or you don't. However, on your character, back in the day, a couple of your tattoos, sight unseen, no aspersions on your character, that back in the day, a couple of your tattoos were applied when you weren't entirely sober.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, dude. That's numbing cream. Yeah, it's safe.
At what point does it become past the line of masculine how fucked you are when you get the tattoo? Because, like, when I get my tattoos, I take a shitload of edibles. But my defense for that is, when I'm not getting tattoos, I take a shitload of edibles. I'm just trying to be the same level of any other Thursday I would be to sit in a chair for 3 hours. I have ADD, like...
Yeah, no, getting fucked up to get tattoos, 100% acceptable.
See, that's my
Now, you
question.
shouldn't do it. Going under. And I'm
You
not
do
against
alcohol because it's a blood thinner, but weed's fine. It's...
Is blood thinner, fucking stop being a pussy. Like, there's no such thing. Like, my blood's thick and red, baby, just like America.
It's more of a quality control issue on the bleed out on a tattoo.
No, of course, look, yeah, you can see how I know we're fucked up listening to Black Label Society.
We're all a little washed because...
That we were fucked up listening to Black Label Society watching the UFC, dude. Like, that's what you do.
That's what you do. Like, yeah. But I've never used numbing cream, and I would never go to sleep.
I think one of these, I think he tried it. It doesn't really work. Like, because you can't do the numbing cream until there's open anyway. So, and the lining part of a tattoo to me is the worst. Like, the shading, I don't feel generally.
It's the color for me. If I get like white points or color, that part.
Well, that white, they always do white at the end. So you're already so.
You're at your most, and then it's white's the worst part of it. There's like 3 spots on all 6 tattoos where I can point you where, yeah, for like 30 seconds, that shit hurt. Yeah. Other than that, it doesn't bother me.
No, and I mean, tattoo, they look, they do say, right? But it's
Yeah.
more of an annoyance than like an actual pain, I would say.
I dislike the noise more than I dislike the feeling. And there's also a smell to it that I don't much care for. If you close your eyes, it kind of smells like one of those old school wood burning kits. You can almost like smell the burn on your skin, and that part is like, that does a weird thing to my sensory. But as far as the like actual, they're tattooing you, it's not.
No. But this getting put under, like, it.
If you have to get put under, you don't want the tattoo.
Well, how is that? Like, don't people die from anesthesia?
Yeah, it's a super dangerous thing to recreationally use anesthesia. It can go wrong in so many ways. Like, anytime you're involuntarily shutting off your body, there's going to be A, dangers, and B, problems starting it back up, and C, maintaining dosing levels throughout, and D, like, you're getting accredited anesthesia tattoo shop. You're not in Ben Tom Hospital with a medically accredited anesthesiologist. You're with a guy who's like, yeah, you pay an extra $200, I'll actually put you in the twilight.
But they are doing like actual hospital settings for them, are they?
Doesn't mean they're actual hospital people. It's because you
Well, I mean, you would have to get an actual anesthesiologist.
Yes, but the difference is that there's not the support behind it. Yes, you have an actual anesthesiologist doing it here, but if your heart trips out, you don't have the actual cardiologist there to do open heart surgery if shit goes wrong. you only have the one piece of the hustle experience.
You are in a tattoo parlor, so you can probably
There's no
Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue, and you'll be fine, dude.
there's no way you can convince me that tattoo parlor and sterile environment coexist. People do line name anesthesiology bank. That's not a thing, bro. I've watched people do lines off every surface of a tattoo parlor.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them are pretty sketchy. Some of them are super clean and yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's hypocritical as shit, but for you today. There's a line. Me too.
Yeah.
It's hypocritical as shit, but there's a line.
I'm not that tattooed. Like, I have one arm and like some of my body. Like,
I have a shoulder and inside of both arms.
yeah. I'm not dating a face tattoo.
Never.
Neck tattoos are hot as fuck though.
I don't want anything in this range.
Really?
If you or throat or like right between like one of the left weird chandelier like they're big. I can't do it, man. It's not for me.
It's awesome.
I just want my titties to look like titties. Call me old fashioned.
Yeah, but I first opened mic. That's cheeks tattooed. Even though like one of the first, my first open mic set was about cheek tattoos, and I said I'm a Marine, so I had my wife tattoo the globe on her ass. That way I could keep fucking the Middle East. Be surprised to know, Middle East still a shithole in this scenario. That's how I closed my first open mic set.
Why'd you stop doing that?
I don't know. It didn't work.
You should bring it back. I think you could carry it.
I probably can now, yeah.
That's the thing, is like I think you could legit make that joke work now.
Try it again. I'll do it tonight.
I bet like if I went back and listened to year one me, I've said some horrible shit that didn't work that could probably work now that I know how to do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Ways to just say terrible things and just see how it went.
No, 100%. Like, when I came back, when I moved to Houston, that was one of the first things I did is I went through all my old joke notebooks, and like probably 3 or 4 minutes of my hack right now is shit I wrote 3 months into comedy. I just had no idea how to do it.
He used to do this joke about how date rape's worse than rape because you had to eat Applebee's. I bet you I could make that work.
You don't like the triple dipper, bro?
It's the worst 2 for Tuesday you can have, bro. It's Applebee's and sexual assault. If you love someone, you shouldn't be taking them to a place with a caramel apple martini. That's just how I feel.
I thought you said we talked about this earlier. You said cheap first dates. Where we go with it?
There's got to be a floor above Applebee's. There's a line between cheap and struggle.
Is Applebee's below Chili's in this scenario?
Yes, Chili's is much classier than Applebee's. I'll die on this hill. The hierarchy goes Outback, Chili's, Applebee's.
I'm trying to think of the last time I went to an Applebee's.
It doesn't start with a 30 in your age, I'll tell you that much for free.
No, it's just probably...
Applebee's is a mistake you make in your 20s.
I don't even think I went in my 20s.
If you have to get drunk off sugary drinks after a high school football game, Applebee's is there for you.
Yeah, see, I grew up in the middle of nowhere too, so we didn't have Applebee's. I'm thinking I went when I was in Meridian, Mississippi for A school for like Marine Corps shit.
I feel like we never up in a town where like the fancy dinners happened at the Olive Garden.
No, we didn't have an Olive Garden.
Oh fuck you.
No, dude, we had to drive 20 miles to get to Walmart. What are you talking about?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, we had Paul's Tavern. We had because they had pizzas and some other dishes. That was the only.
It's one of those places that probably actually had Paul. Thank you. No, strong.
It was Paul Senior that one. Yeah, Paul Senior had it before. Yeah.
No, Strong's like that. That's crazy. Like I grew up in a place that we had place on the highway, food, Cajun Joe's, that sold struggling restaurants. Like there was this place on the highway called Cajun Joe's that sold really good food until it failed like a health department inspection and then nobody went there again because that was apparently what was making the food good. There's something about having rats that adds a particular taste to a baked potato that you can't replicate.
Yeah. You know, it's like, right, that's... I want my tacos out of a truck. It's like, it's not going to be good. Right, that's... I want my tacos out of a truck, and I need that truck to not be 100%.
I'm gonna be honest. If you communicate clearly, I don't want your Mexican food.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm asking you for on the first run through without some pointing and hand signals, your tacos aren't shit. Because I don't speak a fuck word of Spanish, and if you speak English good enough to understand me, there's not enough strobel in my food.
Yeah.
You're not that worried about ice right now. I don't want your fucking tacos.
No, it's like if you go get Chinese food and it doesn't come off as rude, like you don't want that food, right? Because it's a cultural thing. They're not actually being rude. It's just that's how it sounds.
This is my hot take. The only time I want to see a white person in the kitchen preparing my food is if steak is coming. Other than that, I do not want white people cooking for me. That's what we do. We do steak and we grill. And I would rather, honestly, black people grill because the sauce is going to be better.
It depends on what meat you're doing, right?
Like, I want ribs from a black person. I don't want ribs from a white person.
I don't know.
I want brisket from a white person. But I don't want ribs from a white person.
Some kind of brisket. We going moist or we going...
I don't want, like, Jewish brisket. I want, like, Texas brisket. I don't want, like, religious connotations to my food. I just want someone to kill a cow and have it still be moist after they smoked it for 18 hours.
18th which?
I don't want to require sauce. I want to see smoke rings. Like, give me somebody who's got, like, a $900 Traeger smoker set up. This we can tag
No,
the
fuck
coffee
that.
guy.
Fuck this Traeger bullshit. Be a goddamn man. We use hardwood. We don't do your little fucking pellet bullshit. That's not real smoking. I fucking... This is one of those things that forever itches me. Like, you get a real fucking smoker, get an offset, or, you know, whatever. You use real wood, right? You use lump charcoal. Fuck your briquettes.
I only care about the end results. I don't care about your shame as if I'm eating someone else. I only care about the end results. I don't care about your shame as a man. I don't see what happened to get it to this plate. I judge on taste only.
Like more attention.
No, I don't know what they did. I don't know if they have a riff. You know,
I doubt it. You got to pay more attention.
Best. Blind taste test. Just give me the brisket that works best. And 9 times out of 10, it's those nerdy Caucasians with bow naps wrapping shit up in aluminum foil and igloo coolers and all of the... Give me someone who does all of the shit. But
the brown sugar and the butter and...
Yeah, but if I want ribs, give me somebody who's doing it off of the back of their truck. That is just basically eyeballing sauce and shit.
The best barbecue I've had in Houston was that guy that used to... They had the smoker they'd pull behind the truck. And the guy in the wheelchair with no legs, that guy... It's the best barbecue I've ever met, probably.
You don't get good barbecue from whole people. You need like an eye or a hand or at least a finger or something. Like, if you haven't lost a limb in your chase of cooking good food, you're not ribbon winning.
No.
You're not going to have a tent at the rodeo for the cook-off.
No. But you know what? Like, one thing he did there, too, like, they didn't make their own sauce. It was Sweet Baby Ray's.
That's the thing. Like, they'll just throw store-bought. It is. People over paprika and call it good.
But his was good.
It is. People overcomplicate shit. That's why I don't want white people ribs. You can have them people with straight looking like a cancer treatment cell. Like, I love the fuckers in an oven. You can have them down out looking like a cancer treatment cell. Like,
I love my stepdad. He made the worst ribs.
What are you doing?
And he did the same where he boiled them first and then they went in the... I was like, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
Didn't pull a silver skin, nothing. You know what I mean?
Nothing. It's there. I've seen hate crimes come out of white barbecue kitchens. You can't, say what you want. When you go to a black barbecue place, it's going to look like barbecue. That's not always true if you go to a white barbecue restaurant. Sometimes the shit looks like it's been boiled in water for 48 hours.
Some things don't need to be experimented with. Like there is and that's why, like, I don't like that the Traegers and all this. It made it more accessible and easy for people to do. Like that things. No, you have to do. There is a right way to do it, and that's not it.
I mean, I feel like that's also what happened to cars and why we don't really have stick shifts anymore.
Women. Yeah.
No, women are why we have cars that can parallel park themselves. That was not a thing men needed. That was a technology we invented to save them several hours of their day. they should really think. Like Mercedes being able to parallel, never admit they can't parallel.
There's a lot of men that can't, though. It's sad to see.
It's not ideal. Or admit they can't parallel.
There's a lot of men that can't, though. It's sad to see.
It's not ideal.
Yeah. What are we gonna do with them?
I don't know. Maybe
Been back to being men.
it involves annexing California. Maybe selling them to Canada.
Listen, it's like California gets a bad rap. You go north of San Francisco, that state's pretty badass. And you go in that in between San Francisco and LA, out in the middle of nowhere, some badass dudes out there, some real men out there. We're coming up with time shit. We'll cover that in the next one. We gotta.
We'll drag the California liberals on our necks.
Yeah. How do you become a real man with Blake and Dad? Find me
Started with grilling your meat properly. Let that be the takeaway.
lump charcoal bitches. You find me everywhere at Comedy Blake.
Find me at Very Dark Comedy. Find our friend Will Loden at Will_Loden, and hopefully on the next episode of this podcast.
Yeah, we need him for some real man shit. He's been being way too feminine.
Yeah. See y'all next week, guys.